Welcome, warriors of the modern age. In a world filled with endless distractions, social media notifications pulling at your attention, emails piling up like unyielding enemies, and the siren call of comfort zones luring you away from your duties, procrastination stands as one of the greatest foes to personal mastery. It's that invisible chain that binds your potential, whispering excuses into your ear while your goals fade into the distance. But what if I told you that the ancient samurai, those paragons of discipline and unyielding resolve, held the key to breaking free from this cycle? Drawing from the profound wells of Zen philosophy, rigorous mental training, and time-honored practices passed down through generations of warriors, we can unlock a simple yet transformative technique, the Kaizen Two-Minute Move. Imagine yourself as a samurai on the eve of battle. The air is thick with anticipation, your katana at your side, and the weight of honor pressing upon your shoulders. Procrastination in such a moment would mean certain defeat, not just of the body but of the spirit. The samurai didn't conquer their enemies through brute force alone. They mastered their minds first. They understood that true power begins within, in the quiet forge of self-discipline where every small action tempers the soul like steel in fire. Today, we're going to apply that wisdom to your life. This isn't about grand, overwhelming changes that leave you exhausted before you begin. No, this is Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous, incremental improvement distilled into a 2-minute move that can shatter the barriers of procrastination right now. Kaizen, a term that echoes through Japanese history, means change for the better. It was embraced by samurai in their pursuit of perfection, not through radical overhauls but through tiny, consistent steps that build momentum like a snowball rolling down a mountain. The 2-minute move takes this essence and applies it directly to the modern plague of delay. Why 2 minutes? Because it's the threshold where resistance crumbles. In Zen teachings, the mind is like a wild horse, untamed and prone to wandering. But by committing to just 2 minutes of action, you rein it in without a fight. This isn't a new age gimmick. It's rooted in the Bushido code, the way of the warrior, which emphasized mindfulness, presence, and the art of beginning without hesitation. Let me paint a picture from history to ground us. Picture Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary Ronin and author of the Book of Five Rings. Musashi wasn't born a master swordsman. He forged himself through countless small disciplines. He would rise before dawn, not to conquer the world in one stroke, but to practice a single kata-precise sword movement over and over. Each repetition was a Kaizen step, building his focus and eliminating the hesitation that leads to procrastination. In his writings, Musashi speaks of the void, a Zen concept where the mind empties itself of distractions, allowing pure action to flow. Procrastination thrives in a cluttered mind, filled with fears of failure or perfectionism. The samurai cleared this clutter through meditation and ritual, turning potential energy into kinetic force. Now, apply this to your daily battles. Whether it's starting the report for work, hitting the gym, or tackling a creative project, the 2-minute move is your secret weapon. But before we dive into the steps, understand why procrastination grips us so tightly. In Zen philosophy, it's akin to monkey mind, the restless thoughts that swing from branch to branch, avoiding the ground of reality. Samurai training countered this with Zazen, seated meditation to cultivate Shoshin, or beginner's mind, approaching each task with fresh eyes, free from the baggage of past failures or future worries. Modern science echoes this. Studies in psychology show that procrastination is often a response to emotional overwhelm, where the brain's amygdala hijacks rational thought. The samurai, through their mental fortitude, bypass this by focusing on the present moment. So, how do we harness this ancient wisdom? Let's break it down step by step, drawing directly from samurai practices. First, recognize that mastery isn't about slaying dragons in one blow. It's about drawing your sword without delay. The Kaizen 2-minute move starts with preparation of the mind, much like a warrior sharpening his blade before combat. Step 1. Identify your Ronin task, the one you've been avoiding, wandering aimlessly around like a masterless samurai. This could be anything: writing that email, organizing your workspace, or beginning a fitness routine. In samurai lore, every task is a dojo, a training hall for the spirit. Don't overwhelm yourself by listing a dozen. Pick one, the most pressing enemy on your battlefield. Zen teaches us to see the universe in a single grain of sand. So focus on this one grain. Write it down on a piece of paper as the samurai inscribed their vows on scrolls. This act alone invokes Bushido's principle of commitment, turning intention into tangible reality. Once identified, invoke the power of mushin no mind. This is the Zen state where thoughts dissolve and action becomes effortless. To achieve it, sit quietly for a moment, breathing deeply as in Zazen. Inhale the resolve of the warrior. Exhale the doubts. Samurai would perform this before duels, centering their ki or life energy. In modern terms, it's grounding yourself, reminding your body that you're in control. Procrastination feeds on disconnection, mushin reconnects you. Now, the core of the move, commit to just 2 minutes. Set a simple timer if needed, but remember, this is about internal discipline, not external tools. Tell yourself, I will engage with this task for 2 minutes, no more if I choose. Why does this work? Because the samurai knew the art of the first step. In Ieijutsu, the quick draw sword technique, the initial movement is everything. It sets the chain in motion. Procrastination builds a wall of perceived effort. 2 minutes is a crack in that wall, small enough to slip through without resistance. Kaizen teaches that small victories compound, like interest in a warrior's training regimen. During these 2 minutes, immerse yourself fully. If your task is writing, pen the first sentence. If it's exercise, do the warm-up stretches. Channel the samurai's hera, the center of energy in the lower abdomen, to stay grounded. Avoid multitasking. Zen emphasizes ichijuzamai, wholehearted devotion to one thing. Your mind might rebel, throwing excuses like shuriken ninja stars, but observe them without engagement, as in Vipassana meditation influenced by Zen. What happens next is magical. Often, those 2 minutes stretch naturally into more because momentum takes over. The samurai called this nagari, the flow, where action becomes as natural as a river carving stone. If resistance persists after 2 minutes, honor your commitment and stop, but celebrate the win. You've taken the first step on the path to mastery. Bushido values perseverance, but also wisdom in knowing when to retreat and regroup. To deepen this practice, integrate it with ancient mental training techniques. Samurai underwent rigorous visualization, or kanzen, imagining flawless execution of tasks. Before your 2-minute move, close your eyes and see yourself completing the task with the grace of a master calligrapher. This strengthens memory and focus, as Zen masters like Dogen taught that the mind shapes reality. Procrastination often stems from foggy recall of past successes. Visualization clears the mist, reminding you of your inner strength. Another layer, build discipline through daily rituals, echoing the samurai's code of giri, duty. Make the 2-minute move a morning rite, like tea ceremony chodo, where every gesture is deliberate. Start with small habits, 2 minutes of journaling your intentions. Drawing from the samurai's death poems, reflections on impermanence to fuel urgency. Zen philosophy reminds us of mujo, the transience of life. Why procrastinate when time is a fleeting cherry blossom as you progress? Layer in physical elements. Samurai trained with bokken, wooden swords to build muscle memory. Apply this to your tasks. If procrastination hits creative work, spend 2 minutes sketching ideas, mimicking the warrior's repetitive drills. This sharpens focus as the mind-body connection in Bushido forges unbreakable resolve. Let's explore common pitfalls and how samurai wisdom counters them. Perfectionism. The silent assassin, often disguised as high standards, Zen counters with wabi-sabi, embracing imperfection. In your 2-minute move, allow flaws. The samurai's first sword strike wasn't perfect, but it was action. Fear of failure. Recall the Ronin's path. Musashi lost battles but learned from each, turning setbacks into stepping stones via Kaizen. Distractions are another foe. In the digital age, they're like hidden ninja. Samurai practiced mai, the art of distance. Maintaining space from enemies. Create your mai, Clear your workspace, silence notifications, as if preparing for a tea ceremony where purity reigns. 2. Strengthen memory, incorporate samurai mnemonics. Warriors memorized scrolls through repetition and association. During your move, link tasks to vivid images of report as a battle map. Exercise as forging armor. Zen's koans, riddles like what? Is the sound of one hand clapping? Train the mind to cut through illusions, including procrastination's lies. Building on this, let's delve into advanced applications. Suppose your goal is learning a skill, like a language. The 2-minute move becomes your daily dojo session. 2 minutes of vocabulary drill. Inspired by samurai archery kudo, where precision comes from consistent, mindful practice. Over time, this builds discipline as Bushido demands lifelong refinement. For emotional procrastination, like avoiding tough conversations, draw from Zen compassion. Samurai, despite their fierceness, embodied karuna, kindness, approach the task with empathy for yourself and others. 2 minutes of scripting words can dissolve the block. In relationships, procrastination might mean delaying quality time. Channel the samurai's loyalty chugi. Commit to 2 minutes of undivided attention like a warrior honoring his lord. Professionally, if deadlines loom, use the move to break tasks into micro-battles. Zen's Enso circle, drawn in one stroke, symbolizes completeness and simplicity. Each 2-minute segment completes a circle, building the whole. To master yourself from the inside out, integrate breathwork. Samurai used kokyuho, harmonious breathing, to center ki. Before starting, breathe in for 4 counts, hold out 4. For calming the autonomic nervous system, reducing procrastination stress response. Memory enhancement ties in here. Procrastination erodes recall through avoidance. Samurai recited poetry to sharpen minds. Adapt this by reviewing notes in 2-minute bursts. Using spaced repetition akin to Kaizen's incremental layers, discipline grows through. Accountability. In feudal Japan, samurai had daimyo lords. Find your modern equivalent to journal or accountability partner. Log each move, reflecting as in Honsei, self-examination. As we journey deeper, consider the philosophical underpinnings. Zen, born from Buddhism and infused into samurai culture, teaches on not no self. Procrastination clings to ego. By dissolving it in action, you flow freely. Bushido's 7 virtues: rectitude, courage, benevolence, respect, honesty, honor. Loyalty guide each step. Apply rectitude in honest self-assessment, courage in starting. Stories from history illuminate this. Take Yamamoto Tsunetomo's Hogakure, the hidden leaves of samurai wisdom. It advises, do not let your mind wander. The 2-minute move anchors the mind, preventing wanderlust. Another tale, the 47 Ronin, who waited patiently but acted decisively. Their discipline was Kaizen in waiting, small preparations, leading to grand action. In your life, this translates to long-term goals. Dreaming of writing a book, 2 minutes daily accumulates into chapters. Echoing the samurai's patient sword forging. To build resilience, face discomfort head-on. Samurai endured Tameshigiri, test cutting, your cut is piercing. Procrastination's veil, sharpen focus with mindfulness. Zen's Satori enlightenment comes in moments of pure presence. In your move, be fully there. Senses alive, strengthen memory through association. Link tasks to samurai archetypes, a workout as Musashi's duel, enhancing retention. Mastery unfolds. In layers, start simple, then compound. Week 1, basic moves. Week 2, add visualization. Week 3, integrate rituals. Challenges will arise. When motivation wanes, recall Mono no aware. Poignant awareness of impermanence. Act now, for tomorrow is uncertain if overwhelm strikes. Scale back to 1 minute, but commit. Kaizen is flexible, like bamboo in wind. Community amplifies this. Samurai trained in groups, share your progress. Drawing strength from collective BUSHIDO. As we near the end, reflect on transformation. From procrastinator to master, the path is paved with 2-minute stones. In conclusion, the Kaizen 2-minute move is your gateway to samurai wisdom in the modern world. By identifying tasks, centering in motion, committing to brief action, and layering ancient techniques, you conquer procrastination, sharpen focus through visualization, strengthen memory with mnemonics, build discipline via rituals, and master self through Zen presence. Embrace this now. Draw your inner sword, take that first step. The warrior within awaits. Live with honor, act with resolve. Your modern battles await victory.